The Dust Bowl primarily impacted all of the Midwestern states and some of the southern states. So Kansas, Nebraska, Arkansas, Texas, Illinois, Indiana, the Dakotas. You get the picture. Some of Wisconsin. And to be honest, all of the surrounding states were impacted at different times as well because the dust, as I've discussed, was blowing all over the country. But there was one part of the country who got the worst of it for all 7 years, and that's the Llano Estacado. Or if you're from the area and you're an American, it's the Llano Estacado. In Spanish, this is translated as the Staked Plains, and it's called this because it is so flat and featureless that early settlers had to drive stakes into the ground in order to understand where they were. Otherwise, they would just get lost. Early settlers actually compared it more to an ocean than to land because that is how featureless it was. In any direction, it all looked the same. No water, no trees, nothing. Tall grass. This region is in eastern New Mexico and northwestern Texas. The panhandle of Oklahoma was also severely affected. This area of the country was quite literally the last to be colonized because these settlers feared this land so much. The tribes in this area of the plains were very unique in the fact that they had already been dealing with Spanish colonizers for 300 years before the English ones came from the East Coast. So they were not trying to negotiate, and I don't blame them. So explorers feared it for two reasons. One, the tribes there were hostile towards settlers for good reason. And two, it was easy to get lost in this area. And if you got lost, there were very limited resources to survive. It was also hard to track where you had even come from because the grass covered up wagon trails within 2 days of the wagons passing through. For those reasons, this was some of the only land still available to settlers to grow wheat for World War I's The Wheat Will Win the War initiative. I will be covering this region of the country even more extensively with the next series I'll be doing on the book Empire of the Summer Moon, which I already have mixed feelings about, but I'm going to be covering it regardless.